Ladies and gentlemen, why is Raila Odinga not taking a logical or legal approach in reclaiming his victory? The answer is right here with us. This is a political process. This answer has perfectly been given out by a person I believe speaks on behalf of former President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, none other than Mtaani. He made a tweet today saying, "Dear Ruto, you asked for opposition, you got it. What is the problem now? Raila in crisis is like a fish in water. He will make this country ungovernable. Moi climbed down, Kibaki climbed down, and Uhuru climbed down. Back less, bite in silence." I can't agree more. Ruto is backing more and is talking much. That's the opposite of this. I want to give you a small interpretation about this tweet, and that's why I want to tell you that this is a response from Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto criticized the handshake arrangement between Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta. According to him, it was a mongrel of a government that did not have opposition. And because of lack of opposition, the government of the day found a good opportunity to make unpopular decisions just at the behest of Kenyans, and maybe, according to him, the country was plundered because Raila Odinga, who was supposed to offer the opposition, did not play his opposition role. And so he insisted that he will not take up the handshake route, but would want an opposition to be standby so that his government can be on check. If you listen to the voice of Mutahi in that tweet, he's simply saying, he's telling Ruto right in the head, right in the eyes, that you asked for the opposition and you got it. And by the way, that is the opposition. Let's just debunk this fact. We have opposition in this country and we have minority. So we have minority. As much as the opposition will make noise and criticize the government, they have the numbers in the National Assembly and they seem to carry the day. So the only way the Raila that you see now is Raila, the opposition leader. Someone said, huyo ndio Raila tumemzoea. The other one was not Raila. And so that brings me to the question. This is the question that Mtaani tweet is answering. That why is Raila not taking the legal route? It is because he's taking up this as a political process. This is a political process. And why political? The legal avenues had been exhausted, according to me. And when I saw Nation writing a story that DCI were investigating, or wrote a letter to Marjan Hussein to investigate the authenticity of the whistleblower document, someone was saying that, Ruto is just trying to make, or rather, UDA team are just trying to get side shows into it and not face the real thing. Now, President should turn to his advisors and look at them straight in the eyes, left, right, and center, and ask them a question. What is your problem with the Tinga? Ruto, ask your advisors and ask people around you that what is your problem with Tinga? Let me tell you, the president have a lot of firewalls, and these firewalls are firewalls that have been erected against Raila. The Mount Kenya UDA team have commodified the image of Raila as a political tool to galvanize their support in the mountain. The reason I'm saying this is this: the chest stamping and the discussion about huyu mwenye mnadili na yeye ni nani is not going to help. Let me tell you, Martha Karua said yesterday, this is not about Raila. This is about this country. And if you are in Jacaranda on Sunday, you will agree with me that it is not about Raila. It is about this country. It is about the people. So those concept bearers and advisors around the President Ruto, they should tell him there is something called the people, not the person. Kindly subscribe to our channel and also click the notification bell, like our video. Uhuru Kenyatta, Mtaani worked as a technical advisor to the office of the president. And he's just done a tweet at the point when the discussion is all over in social media that president wants to, some tax question on Uhuru Kenyatta. And that has been here. I want to tell you what we are dealing with in this country. There is something we are dealing with. And that's why I'm telling you that Ruto should just look at his advisors. Mnamwambia wewe achana na tinga fanye. Anafaa muangalie na muulize these questions. I tell him these things. The taxation, not even that taxation. We have antagonistic political competition. That antagonistic political competition, I want to say it this way. The way UDA have supporters is the same way Raila Odinga have supporters, or rather Azimio la Umoja have supporters. And it is, if you look at the kind of messaging that is in public, people are getting charged. The population is getting charged. I remember yesterday when I think someone was saying that is the Raila we know. The population is getting charged. And the way Ruto has been brought to the ring and is now responding to Raila, that's where Raila thrives. The more there's going to be that back and forth confrontation between the two, it will no longer be about what they are saying, but it will be about what their supporters are consuming. As Ruto responds, he's also charging his supporters. As Raila talks, Raila is also charging his supporters. That is why I'm saying the concept of the people must be on table. The confrontation will no longer be about law enforcement and Raila supporters. The confrontation will be between Ruto supporters and Raila supporters, if indeed there's going to be such a clash. So because we have that is not something you would really rest by policing. You cannot subdue that by policing. So that's why I say that look at the bigger picture. This is about the people. The other thing is this. Psychological steam in the population is building. And people are just asking Raila, give us action. Tell us what next. Tell us what next. And let me tell you, if there is a man in dilemma, that man is Raila Odinga. He doesn't know what to tell them. I remember when you speak to people, and look at social media, even look at comment section, some of our videos here, people are talking about one thing. Tunaenda State House lini? Or what next? What next? We have a population that are then willing to do it because they've been charged. You listen to Martha Karua saying that ulizaliwa mara moja na utakufa mara moja. Na sisi tuko karibu kufa. When such statements are now being said in political rallies, it should be worrying that the population is getting charged. So dismiss Raila and say everything they are funded. Talk about people who are funding it and people who are not funding it. But at the end of the day, this is about the people. The taxation burden is sinking the hopes of hustlers. And it is only the president that carry the dream of the nation. That's it. When things go south, it will not be about Uhuru Kenyatta regime or a Raila regime. It will be Ruto regime. With After sitting down with the experts in economic recovery that have advised on 360 degrees approach on tax collection to maximize our what we are collecting as taxes. The same people should also tell him that tax needs what is called tax patriotism. We should pay it as patriots. That's what works. Tax payment as patriots, where people say we are paying sababu hii inaendelea. Now, when you are overtaxing and you are not relieving, of course, there is no way you can overtax na price ya vitu zikuwe chini. There is no way. Because with much of the taxation, that cost is transferred to the consumer. So if you reduce the taxation, the cost that also goes to the cost of the product, also in terms of that part, there will be a commensurate reduction in the price of goods. As your tax you want to collect more, you're also hurting the population. And the tragedy here is that Raila is on the ground. He's telling them what's going on. Because of the tax question, we say and we agree that our economy is doing badly, so we need to join hands together. And we totally agree that we are doing badly. And if our tax regime is going to work out for us, better off. Better off. But we need to be in the same boat. Raila will swing with the population because hustlers are just looking at what's available. So that is my take. I believe that Uhuru is simply telling William Ruto that stop blaming me. You said you wanted an opposition standby, and you blamed me for a handshake arrangement because it made things not work. Now you have an opposition, let things work for you. That's what Mtaani is telling William Ruto. And that is the voice of Uhuru Kenyatta.